tough sled down here on the Panthers' home floor. And we'll have to wait and see just how things get started. Could be a good indication of what is to come here this evening. The first man out, Marcus Wilhelm for the Amery Warriors. And now number 15, Kyle Hagnes for the Durand Panthers. Hagnes is 5'11", a junior. Number 34, Gabe Brotzel coming out for the Amery Warriors, a 6' senior. And number 21 for the Durand Panthers, Matt Daniels, that's 5.
Number 40, Matt Koppinger.
Matt Koppinger, number 40, the 6'1" junior forward frame lane.
Number 25, Jason Weisenbeck.
Number 25, Jason Weisenbeck, a 6'2" senior for Durand.
Number 54, Jake Ginter.
Jake Ginter, number 54 frame lane, the 6'2" senior.
33, Jamie Richardson.
33, Jamie Richardson, that's 6'3", a senior for Durand.
Warrior, 6'7" senior, number 55, Scott Jensen.
And the house coming out, Scott Jensen, number 55 at 6'7", a senior. And number 45, Arnold Lamb at 6'3", a junior. So again, Wilhelm, Brotzel, Koppinger, Ginter, and Jensen for Amery. Hagnes, Daniels, Weisenbeck, Richardson, and Lamb for the Durand Panthers. Steve Wilhelm at the helm for the Amery Warriors, and Michael Blair for the Durand Panthers. Phil Haig along with Mike Jensen set to call the action for you tonight from the Panthers' home floor. And a final word from each coach as they huddle around their respective benches right down in front. And but this could be a world record here, Mike Jensen. I don't know how much time they're allowed, but usually after the introductions or if they come to the bench for a second or two, this time it's taking, I don't know, half a minute or so. Finally, Amery breaking the huddle and moving. Now the Panthers coming out. The Panthers decked out in their purple jerseys and shorts with the gold and purple numerals stripes. And the Amery Warriors in their traveling uniforms, the white jerseys and shorts, the black and red numerals, lettering and stripes. Well, the house will step in against Arnold. The house is 6'7", Lamb at 6'3". The ball is in the air. The tip controlled by the Panthers. It is Kyle Hagnes who's took it away. Moves into the front court. They go right side. That's Weisenbeck. Out on top. Hagnes got it back to Weisenbeck on the far side. Durand in the front court. First possession of the game just underway from Durand. Glad to have you along here on WXCE Radio Sports. Now they come near side. Jamie Richardson drives across the lane. Jump stop on the right side up and no good. The house pulls down the rebound. And Amery will go on offense for the first time. So Wilhelm brings it across from the left side, picked up by Kyle Hagnes immediately. Now comes on top to Matt Koppinger. He goes to the free throw line. Jump shot on the way. No good. Rebound pulled down by Hagnes, and the Panthers on offense again as he brings it across from the right side. Goes to the far corner. That is Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck out on top to Hagnes to Weisenbeck on the far side. Gets cut off after he tried to go in to score. They come near side to Jamie Richardson. Moving toward the lane on the near side. Now clears it out on top to Lamb. Arnold Lamb with the basketball. Right side to Hagnes coming out of the lane. Kyle Hagnes holds on against Wilhelm. Out on top of Richardson. Three-point attempt up and no good. Rebound out of the hands of Brotzel. And they call a foul on Weisenbeck down low. Well, I don't know. That's kind of a touchy call there, Mike Jensen. Maybe you saw more than I did, but I didn't really see a lot of contact on that rebound.
Gabe went up to the ball and he got a little push and got pushed out of the way, and you didn't see it, but the referee did.
Okay, so it's a body check down. And the first team foul on the Panthers. Amery into the front court after the call. Ginter gets his hands on the basketball for the first time. Goes to Wilhelm, top of the key, back to Jake on the near side. Looking at the big guy inside, cannot go. Now to Koppinger in the lane, back out to Wilhelm on the left side. To the house, free throw line jump shot put up, missed rebound, pulled down by the Panthers. It was Weisenbeck who brought her down, and a foul easily could have been called on Wilhelm. No whistle, and a steal by Brotzel in the front court. He'll take her all the way, the layup coming, a slam by Brotzel. Well, that's the first I've seen him do that, and it was a two-handed slam by Gabe Brotzel, and the first points in the ball game. Amery on top, 2-0. Well, that gets the Amery fans exciting, as well as the announcers here, as the Panthers bring her into the front court. It is Weisenbeck on top, going to the free throw line, feeds near side to Richardson. He goes to the post, jump shot, put up, no good, rebound, tipped out of bounds. It'll be Panther basketball on the baseline.
So, officials for tonight, for those people listening here in Richmond, I think that's the Red father and son team from Richmond. They usually do a good job.
Very good comment, Mike. And as you mentioned that, the inbound pass left side of the hoop. And it is Weisenbeck who took the feed and put it up, and it's good. And we've got a tie ball game, 2-2. Amery into the front court. It is Ginter on the near side, picked up by Weisenbeck. Out on top to Koppinger, who found himself in the lane, tries it off the glass, and it is good. So Koppinger hits for the first time. It's now 4-2. Inbound pass goes to Jason Weisenbeck, the 6'2" senior ball handler. Across on the right side, picked up by Wilhelm. He gets by him, and goes to Hagness far corner. Wilhelm on him. Now, they go to Arnold Lamb from the post on the right side. He tries a jump shot, and it's good. Nice shot by Lamb. We've got a tie ball game, 4-4. Full-court pressure by the Panthers. Koppinger comes into the middle to Brotzel, and the front court to Wilhelm, left side to the big guy. Cut off on the baseline, looking in, bounce pass to Ginter, got by him, picked up by Hagness. He'll race down the court, into the front court, down the lane he goes, jump shot, put up off the glass, and good. Well, that happened rather quickly, and we're looking at a 6-4 ball game now as the Panthers lead it by a couple. Right back to the other end, where the Amery Warriors have it, Ginter on the near side. Guarded very closely by Weisenbeck, to Brotzel, to Wilhelm, top of the key. Left alone there now. He'll try for three. On the way, it is just short. Rebound into the hands of Brotzel. Jump shot from the near side, put up and good. Brotzel with 4. So the Panthers now will bring it down. A tie ball game. 4:23 to go first quarter. Weisenbeck will bring it across on the near side. Gives off to Richardson. Near side they go. That is Daniels for the first time. Now out on top to Arnold Lamb. He got the last bucket, or I should say the second bucket, as they feed Richardson down low. He puts it up, he muscles it up there, and he stayed with it after not being able to handle the pass. He got it off the glass, it's good. It's 8-6, the Panthers by a couple. Gabe Brotzel, the 6'3" senior, will bring it across on touch right through the circle. Picked up by Daniels, comes near side with a bounce pass to Wilhelm. Near corner, guarded by Hagness. Wilhelm taking a look. Now will dribble a couple of times, gives off to Brotzel near corner, drives the baseline. Back out on top to go to Koppinger. Near side, Wilhelm. He's looking inside. It's pretty well slowed up. He's still looking with a dribble. Now we'll go to the near corner to Koppinger. Koppinger guarded closely by Jamie Richardson. Wanted to go to Brotzel. Has to go out on top to Wilhelm. Right side of the key. To the house coming out of the lane. Down low. There's Ginter. He couldn't handle it. He was wide open, but could not handle it. It got by him. Taken away by Hagness. And he brings her into the front court. Right side to go to Weisenbeck. Far corner, Arnold Lamb with the basketball to Hagness again. Check that. It was to Weisenbeck out on top, and then they went inside and a slapped wrist down low and a foul called against Jake Ginter. That is the first foul on the Amery Warriors, and it goes by way of number 54, Jake Ginter. He will come out of there along with Wilhelm. Matt Lindee in there quickly, along with Mike Johansson. So 2 quick substitutions for the Amery Warriors. And the Panthers have another man in there as well. We'll pick him up in a second. Inbound pass goes to Hagness. To Weisenbeck. Driving to the post. Pulls up there. Goes right side. Far corner to Richardson. Out on top. It is Weisenbeck. Got an avenue. Gets in the lane. Tries one. The shot no good. Rebound. Busted away by Brotzel, but they call a jump ball. Somehow Weisenbeck was able to hang on. Number 23 for the Panthers in there. That is Jesse Cleflin. A 6'1" junior. Number 23. Jesse Cleflin. And full court pressure again by the Panthers. And as Koppinger splits the defense, they've got a call on the far side of the court. It comes in the backcourt. And it will be number who? 33. That would be Richardson. That's number 1 on him. So the inbound pass for the Warriors will come in the backcourt. It goes to Matt Lindee with his hands on the basketball for the first time. He'll bring it across on the left side of the circle. Goes to Koppinger coming out of the lane. He steps down low, passes one down to the big guy, and the big guy came in the back door and put her in off the glass. So Jensen scores for the first time. It's tied 8 apiece. The Panthers down quickly. Hagness coming near side. Cleflin gives off to Richardson. Now they go right side to Weisenbeck, and a rejection by the house. Well, they take the granted pass on the right side by Weisenbeck, and a nice block by the house near the glass. Here's an alley-oop at the other end into the house. He goes to Brotzel. Brotzel got fouled as he tried to muscle it up there from the near side. It will be called against Kyle Hagness of Durand. This will be a 2-shot shooting foul for Amery, and Brotzel going to the line for the first time. 2:19 to go first quarter, and everything we expected, I guess. The Panthers will play you for everything you're worth here on their home floor. At the free throw line, Brotzel for the first time puts it through. With that, give him 5 points, and Amery jumps up on top now, 9-8. Richardson coming out of there. And number 43 has checked in for the first time. That is Jeremy Brewer. He is a 6'1" junior. The second one by Brotzel, good as well to give him 6. Amery leads it now 10-8 with 2:18 to go first quarter. And almost a steal on the far side of the court. The inbound pass going to Hagnes, and Brotzel knocking it out into the stands on the far side. So Bruner will throw it in from across the way. Inbound pass goes to Kyle Hagnes. He'll bring it across, coming near side to Bruner. To Claflin. Claflin dribbles up on top, goes to Hagnes. Near side to Claflin. Near corner to Bruner. Guarded closely by Johansson. Out on top, Hagnes right side to Weisenbeck. Far corner, Claflin. It came around from underneath. Now to Weisenbeck. He committed Brotzel in the air, and Gabe ended up landing on his leg. They call him for the foul. So it's not uncommon. Gabe Brotzel picking up number 1. Ginter, or check it, yes, Ginter and Wilhelm coming back in. The house of Brotzel will get a ref. Well, the Panthers will have it from the baseline. Jesse Claflin throws it in. Out on top to go to Weisenbeck. Back to the corner. Jesse Claflin again. The 2-play catch. Now they come near side to Hagman. Guarded by Johansson. To the near corner, Arnold Lamb. Drives the baseline, does not go. Almost had the ball taken away, picked up by Weisenbeck. He gives off in the lane. Corner there, jump shot put up. Missed rebound, tipped around, loose, and it's going to be chased down by Lindee. And then kicked out of his hands by Lamb and out of bounds to Amery on the near side.
Good play by Durand here. They seem to be doing a good job rebounding, even though that sometimes we outprize them. They've still been able to control the board.
Definitely so, and as you mentioned that, the inbound pass to Wilhelm. He's on top, guarded by Hagnes. Marcus Wilhelm with the basketball, going to the far side. Now needs help, goes out on top to Koppinger. Drives in the lane, gives off low. There's Ginter. He lets the defense go by, but they'll call him for traveling before he made the shot. Tough break. Nice spot by Jake Ginter. He had 2 guys coming on him hard. He stepped by and let him go by, and they called him for traveling. So a turnover there. And with 1:14 to go, it's 10-8, Amery by a couple. The Panthers have the basketball. Full tough pressure by the Warriors, and the Panthers handle it with a good pass to midcourt. Claflin brings it across. Out on top to Weisenbeck with the dribble. Near side they go. Kyle Hagnes on down to Bruner, near corner. To Hagnes. He'll dribble out on top. Now goes in toward the lane. Gets down low, and Bruner misses an easy one. Rebound to Ginter. 52 seconds to close out the quarter. Amery clinging to the 2-point lead. Here we have Koppinger on the near side front court for Amery. Drives down low, and he ends up flatting. Well, he just plain lost his feet. They call him for traveling for another turnover there, and the Panthers will get the ball back. The inbound pass, let's see. It'll go to Weisenbeck. Now to Hagnes. Across on the right side, all the way across to the near side, then back out on top. He's double teamed. Goes right side to Weisenbeck. The ball tipped by Wilhelm into the hands of Hagnes. Out on top, Weisenbeck with 28 seconds to go in the quarter. Back out on top, Kyle Hagnes. 3-point attempt on the way, good. Hagnes puts his team up by 1. 11-10. 18 seconds to go to close out the quarter. Amery brings it across, going to Koppinger on the near side. Picked up by Jeremy Bruner. On top of Matt Lindee, guarded by Jesse Claflin. It is Lindee. Now drives to the post. Gives off near side to Johansson. 3 seconds to go. 3-point attempt. It's going to be too hard. Rebound Lindee. Almost had it. He's out of bounds. The buzzer sound. And the first quarter is history. The Panthers lead it 11-10. We're back in 1 minute. Play on the way here from Durand. The Panthers with the possession again. The second quarter. A driving layup attempt by Hagnes will give the rebound to the house. Off the Brotzel into the front quarter. Now to Wilhelm top of the key. 11-10, the Panthers by 1. That was the first quarter score. Lindee has it. Pulls up at the post right side. Goes to Wilhelm. Wilhelm out on top left of the key. Guarded by Kyle Hagnes. 1, 2, 3 dribbles to the left side. Down to himself, and he'll go to the house top of the key. Jensen has it. And dribbling a couple of times into the circle. Now to himself. And they go to Wilhelm. Wilhelm, and everybody, they were out high, now everybody falls back down low. Wilhelm by himself on top, comes to Lindee, alley-oop to the big guy, gets, I was just going to say, gets by the defense, but it's not got about by Weisenbeck. And it'll be out of bounds to Amery on the baseline.
good backup defense by Durand. They come up behind the stop, pull the ball away from the backside.
And as you mentioned, that Mikey inbound pass goes to Lindee, and he was going for Brotzel, I think, and Gabe didn't read the pass, let it go by, picked up by the Panthers. So they have it in the front court. Agnes comes in the lane, comes near side to Claflin. He'll try for three. His shot is no good. Rebound. The house had it picked out there by Wilhelm. 11 and 10 still, the Panthers by one. Amery into the front court. Koppinger getting ready to come back in. They come near side to Brotzel. Three-point attempt on the way missed. Rebound loose underneath. Pulled away by Hagman. The Panthers on the run into the front court. Now Hagman brings it across. Goes in the lane. Feeds right side. Claflin out on top to Richardson back in there. To Jesse Claflin, far corner. One dribble back to Richardson. On top, they go to Weisenbeck. Jason Weisenbeck with the basketball. A dribble grab to the right side. Gives off to Jesse Claflin. Bounce pass in, and a lane shot on the way, and good. By number 41 in there, that is David Hall. David Hall, a 6'4" sophomore. So he gets his first points, and now the Panthers lead at 13-10. Amery in the front court, taking a while to set up offensively each and every time down. Now they go to Brotzel, and he got tagged as he went up in the air, so did not get a good shot off. The rebound comes down to the Panthers. Agnes brings it across, goes right side to Jesse Claflin, far corner. Back to Agnes on top, Weisenbeck. Three-point attempt on the way, no good. Rebound, ricochets off the glass into the hands of Ginter. Give it off to Wilhelm. Marcus will bring it across on the left side. Now dribbles to the near side, cut off. Needs help. On top to go to the big guy. Left side to Lindee. Matt with the basketball, dribbles a couple of times. Comes out on top to Jensen. To Ginter. Drives the baseline. Got loose. Puts her up. Good off the glass. Ginter takes it in for a couple. He scores for the first time. And now we're looking at a 15-12 ball game. Claflin brings her down after the basket by Ginter. In the front court, goes right side to Weisenbeck. They almost threw it away. Nice save by Jason Weisenbeck on the far side. Got it closely by Brotzel. Gives off to Richardson, and 5 seconds on the far side. A turnover there. Amery will get it back. And number 35, Jason Hovland, checking in for the first time for the Durand Panthers. So Coach Michael Blair going quite a ways down that bench early in the contest. He has substituted 4 people already. Inbound pass to Wilhelm. After the turnover, into the front court for Amery, gets the screen. Comes near side to Koppinger back in there. Out on top they go to Brotzel. Guarded by Richardson, near side of the house. On the baseline does not go. Out on top left side, that's Koppinger looking down low. For Wilhelm left alone. Three-point attempt on the way missed. Rebound in the lane. Tipped around and pulled out of there by Jason, or took that by Hall. David Hall pulls down the rebound. And the Panthers into the front court. Shot taken from the far side. Baseline, no good. Rebound comes down to the house. And give it off to Wilhelm. They'll bring it across on the left side. 4:14 to go first half. 13-12. The Panthers by 1. Brotzel tries it for 3 from the near side, and they call it 2. So Brotzel hits from the near side. It's a 2-pointer. Give him 8 points in the game. It's now 14-13. Amery by 1. The Panthers down quickly, and Wilhelm trying to take away a miscue on a pass inside for the Panthers on the right side. He cannot handle it, but tipped it out of bounds, and the Panthers will have to set up from across the way. The inbound pass goes to Hagman, started by Wilhelm. Give it off on the far side over there to Jason Hovland. Hovland dribbles a couple of times and goes to Hall. Now on the near side, it is Daniels back in there. To Richardson, guarded by Ginter. He'll try for 3, and it's good. Daniel Richardson hits from the near side for 3. And just like that, it is 14-13. The Panthers, except that 16-14, the Panthers by a couple. Well, the Amery Warriors into the front court after that 3-pointer. Gets on the near side, goes to Wilhelm. In the lane, he shoots, tried to, oh wow, he really got hacked. No question about that one. Wilhelm hardly got going on that shot, and he got hacked well. It is against Kyle Hagnes, and that would be number 2 on him, as Jesse Claflin will check back in for the Panthers, and Hagnes coming out for a rest. Well, Marcus, the leading free throw shooter percentage-wise for Amery, will step to the line, and he'll be shooting a couple. The first one on the way is good, so he has done well there, and that is first point in the ball game. 16-15, the Panthers by 1. The second one is on the way. This one is no good. Rolled off the left side. Rebound to Richardson. So it's a 1-point game. The Panthers with the lead. Bring her across. Daniels on the near side. Dribbling the basketball. Guarded by Ginter. Goes right side. That is Paul. Now giving off to Hufflin. In the far corner. Bounce pass down low. Paul is there trying to step around the defense and he walked. Well, he got around the house, Mike Jensen, but he took a few extra steps doing so. Easier if you can walk. All right, full court pressure by the Panthers. And Ginter will bring it across on the near side. I like the way Jake canvassed the defense way down in front of us here. As Hufflin stepped out in front of him, and Jake just went by with the dribble. Wilhelm on the far side goes to the house. Baseline shot put up and good. Well, it would be nice to get the house into this one in a big capacity. He has 4 points now, and Amery back on top, 17-16. Daniels across on the right side, going to Hufflin. Jason with the basketball, guarded by Koppinger, back out on top of the hall, near side to Clapton. He was not waiting for it. Off his back and out of bounds to Amery. A turnover there, as Arnold Lamb will check back in for the Durand Panthers, and it is Paul coming out of there. Johansson back in, and Ginter will get a run.
Mike Johansson getting out of planes right now when Maya Ferguson out with badly sprained ankle. We hope that Maya can get back there.
Good comment, Mike Jensen. I wanted to comment on that. And here's an easy one for Amery. Oh, wow, the house missed one. The house missed the bunny on a nice pass from Wilhelm, but I think what happened there is the house did not believe. I bet you can get mesmerized pretty easy when there's no defense there, and they've been hanging on you all night long. So he misses one from the near side, and I'm sure he'd like to have that chance back. And as I mentioned, that's the other end of the court. They're trying to go inside to Daniels, and Daniels gets hacked by Wilhelm. So Marcus will pick up number one. Let's tell you again, it's 17-16, Amery by 1 point with 2:21 to go in the first half. At the conclusion of the first quarter, I like the move by Mike Johansson. He was open on the near corner, but about a foot inside the three-point line, and he figured, well, it's my shot, and he stepped back and tried for three. It did not go, but I like the initiative. But as we mentioned that, the Panthers whip around. They find inside number 35, Hufflin. Got one up off the glass, and it's good. And it's now 18-17, the Panthers by one. Amery in the front court. We have Koppinger giving off the Brotzel out the other timeline. He is guarded by Richardson. Coming with the dribble to the near side. A minute 53 to go in the half. To Johansson. To Wilhelm. Free-throw line jump shot put up. Rolls around and it goes through. The touch put on by Wilhelm. And it's now 19-18. Amery by one. The Panthers almost had a steal by Wilhelm. Daniels picks it up. Races down the right side into the front court. Phillips jump shot put up. No good. Rebound pulled down by Lamb. He'll muscle it up there. No good. Blocked by Jensen. Loose. And after it's all over with, on a couple of tries, Brotzel comes away with a rainbow. So Dave brings it across, brings it to the circle. Trying to come near side with the dribble. Still loose, gets in, he'll put it up, blocked nicely by Lamb. Nice defensive play by the Durand Panthers. And it will be Panther basketball again as Daniels comes across and looks like Coach Michael Blair. Gives off to Hufflin. Inside Richardson, baseline fadeaway, in and out. Rebound, Lamb muscles away, puts it up, and it's good. Arnold Lamb has come alive here and give him 4. It's now 20-19. The Panthers by 1. It will be Johansson bringing it across on the left side, giving off to Wilhelm. Out high on the left side, Marcus with the dribble toward the top of the key. Batted closely by Dusty Coughlin. Here's time to go to Johansson, coming up from the baseline. He may have walked. Here's an alley-oop to the house. He just keeps it in, clears it back out, pulled out of the air by Daniels. Well, I think Mike got a little confused here with the pass. He was expecting the whistle. He really walked to the basketball, nothing called, but the Panthers end up with it anyway. 25 seconds to go to close out the half, and the Panthers leading at 20-19. Richardson on top. And a steal by Marcus Wilhelm. He'll challenge the defense going in. It's blocked, but a foul thrown before he got for Daniels, I believe. And it will be Wilhelm going to the free-throw line. Let's see which way they go here. It is Daniels. Matt Daniels picking up number 1.
Excuse me, I have to make a couple comments about Marcus. Marcus Wilhelm has been playing really heads-up. He's been looking for that steal. He's been playing off the passing range and swings, and he's been playing a solid performer over the last 4 or 5 games. You've got to give him credit for that steal.
There's no doubt about it, and he certainly made the sacrifice. Again, what was it, 20, 25 pounds he cut prior to the season? And as I mentioned that, he puts the free throw through, so he's 2 out of 3. 4 points tonight, as Magnus will come back in, and Coughlin coming out of there for Durand. Johansson will come out, and Matt Lindee back in for Amery. This with 14.4 seconds to go in the half. And we're up, and it's good. And time will run out. Amery nestled it down low. And, boy, I'll tell you, some frustration showing down on the bench. 23-20, Amery leading by 3 at halftime. We'll be back to talk about it after this 2 minutes timeout.
And I might comment on the pep band across the way, quite a few members strong. And I'll tell you, I like loud music. They reminded me of the Shades back in the mid and late 60s, and the incredible decibels at which they played. Of course, I was a member of that group, Mike Jensen, and we played down here at the LBJ Ballroom quite a few times. And there were a few places we were asked to turn the volume down, but I just might mention again, I like the loud music, but I don't like listening to it with the headsets on. As we mentioned that, we are underway in the second half. Amery's possession and the three-point lead, 23-20. And you were right, Mike Jensen. Jake Ginter, I shorted him 1 basket. He has 4 points. And as we mentioned that, Brotzel tries to start things going with a three-point attempt from the near side, and it's no good. Weisenbeck with the rebound, brings her down, goes to Arnold Lamb on the baseline, left side to Daniels, set shot put up, no good, rebound tipped around, loose on the baseline, and out of bounds to who? It'll be Amery's basketball. 23-20, Amery by that much, and they will have the basketball back here. Brotzel with the inbound pass to Ginter. Let me make the correction, and it's tipped out of bounds on the far side. Amery will throw it in from across the way. Jake Ginter with 4 points in that first half and 1 foul. I had him for 2, as I mentioned, during our halftime show. Inbound pass Ginter to Brotzel, who threw it in, guarded by Richardson. Full court pressure by the Panthers. A quick toss into the front court to the big guy. The house pulls her in. Gives off to Koppinger. Koppinger dribbles right. Now comes back on top to Wilhelm. Marcus with the basketball, goes to the right side, got a screen, jump shot put up and no good. Rebound pulled out by the house. Lane shot put up off the glass and good. Well, that's what we like to see. Now, the house with 6, and Amery leads at 25-20. The Panthers into the front court. Richardson drives into lane. Had a slap by Wilhelm, picks it up, puts it up, and it's good. Nice shot by Jamie Richardson. Give him 7. Full court pressure again by the Panthers. Inbound pass goes to the house. All the way across to Ginter into the front court. Nice pass by the house. To the far corner, it's Ginter. He'll come out on top to the house. Near side to go to Koppinger, loose on the baseline. Picked up by Richardson. It is Matt on the left, still with the basketball. Out on top they go to Wilhelm. Hagnes on him. Bounce pass trying to go inside to the big guy. Batted away by Lamb. Picked up by Brotzel on the near side. Out on top to Koppinger. Matt with the basketball. Inside. Ginter almost got it tipped around and pulled out of the air by Lamb. He's playing a good game. It'll be Hagnes to bring it down for the Panthers. 25-22. Amery by 3. Durand with the basketball. They go to Richardson. The post jump shot put up again. Again, it is good by Jamie Richardson. Give him 9. So he's their spark plug at the time being. And again, full court pressure handled by the Warriors easily. Wilhelm in the front court. Got it on the far side. Did not go. Out on top to Brotzel. He's guarded by Daniels. Right side to Wilhelm. Hagnes on him. On top they go to Koppinger. Near side to Brotzel. Looking at Ginter. Bumped out of there by Lamb. They go to the house. Tipped away by Hagnes. Picked up by Weisenbeck into the front court for Durand. He challenges the big guy. The shot wide off the glass and pulled down by Koppinger. Koppinger looking down court. He'll bring it across with a dribble. Comes near side to Brotzel. Set shot from the near side. No good for 3. Rebound. It is Ginter on the far side. He clears it out on top to Wilhelm. He goes to the free throw line. Right side, he goes to Koppinger into the big guy. Gets loose, puts it up, and it's good. What a play by Amery. And the house now with 8. 27-24, Amery by 3. Hagnes brings it across on the near side, goes to Lamb. Arnold Lamb with the basketball, guarded by the house, dribbles up from the corner, gives off to Weisenbeck, now on top to Daniels. Left side to go to Richardson. Jamie with the basketball, dribbles in toward the free throw line, gives off to Hagnes. He drives in toward the lane, back out to Lamb. Lane shot on the way, no good. Rebound. Who? It's taken away by Daniels. Daniels to Richardson rather. On the near side to Lamb, tipped by Koppinger out of bounds to the Panther bench, and it'll be Panther basketball. Jason Hovland will come back in for the Durand Panthers. Hovland, once again, is a 6'2" sophomore. It'll be Daniels to throw it in. Tipped by Gabe Brotzel and pulled out of the air. Nice defensive play by Amery. And it will be Gabe to bring it across. He goes down low. Ginter got loose, missed an easy one off the glass. He was expecting some defense. It did not come. Pushed it a little bit hard and misses the shot. As we mentioned that, the Panthers into the front court. Hagnes on the near side gives off to Lamb. Lamb stands at three-point land, does not go. Goes out on top to Daniels, to Richardson. Down inside to Lamb, turnaround rejected by the house, pulled out of the air, knocked to the floor, picked up and out of bounds. It'll be Amery's basketball as Lamb tried to recover it. Amery will have the basketball. They lead at 27-24 in a fast-moving quarter, 4:29 to go. Inbound pass from Brotzel goes to Ginter. Bounce pass to Wilhelm into the front court. Almost got by him. Marcus with the basketball and the trap awaiting. He comes on top to Brotzel, near side to Koppinger. Looking at the house, goes far side to Wilhelm. He cannot go for three. The trap put on him again. Tip picked up by Daniels. He's loose in the front court. Here comes the layup. He pulls up. He made it. Daniels with a nice steal and a follow-up basket. 27-26. Amery's lead cut to 1. Ginter across on the right side for Amery. Out on top to go to Marcus Wilhelm. The Brotzel back to Marcus. Three-point attempt on the way. Good. He was wide open, and when you leave him like that, he'll hit it. Give him 8 points. 30-26. Amery back to a 4-point lead as Johansson is getting ready to come back in. It will be Hagnes across on the near side, picked up by Koppinger to Hopland. Down inside Lamb. Turn around from the lane on the way, and good. Nice shot by Arnold Lamb. Give him 6. 30-28. It's a 2-point contest as Ginter comes across on the right side. Amery in the front court. Ginter on top to Brotzel. Near side, Koppinger left alone on the baseline. Goes right side to Wilhelm. He cannot shoot this time. They're on him immediately. Down to the far corner to the house. On top, Brotzel left alone. Dishes down low, and a baseline jump shot put up and good by Matt Koppinger. Give him 4. So the shooting percentage for Amery way up there to begin things here in the second half. 32-28 as the Panthers bring it across. Daniels ran into a trap, dribbles out of it. Now into another one, comes near side to Hagnes. He drives toward the key. Right side picked up by Wilhelm. Now backs out of there with the dribble. And he'll go left side. Gives off to Daniels. Matt Daniels with the basketball. Gets through the defense. Stumbles down low. Loose on the floor. And has to give off to somebody. Right into the hands of the house. He gives off to Koppinger into the front court for Amery. Down low he goes to Ginter. In the lane. Tip picked loose. Picked up by Ginter. Lucky play for Amery. To Koppinger, to Wilhelm, 3-point attempt, good by Wilhelm. Wilhelm hits it for 3 again, and the Panthers calling timeout. 35-28, Amery by 7. We're back in 1 minute. Well, after the timeout called by Michael Blair, the Panthers will have the basketball. They find themselves down by 7 here on their home floor. 2:28 to go in the third quarter. Hagnes with the inbound pass, and he'll bring it across against Matt Lindee in it for Amery now. Far side they go, that's Jesse Claflin. Claflin gives off to Arnold Lamb coming out of the lane. Coming near side, that is Hovland. Hovland goes down low and a shot taken and rejected. Claflin trying to go from the baseline, and we've got a whistle and a call against Amery. And it will be Matt Lindee picking up foul number 1. It comes here in the third quarter. Well, Claflin will step in. He'll be shooting 2. And Amery making sure that's all. It would never have been a 3-point play. A lot of defense on that particular shot. Well, let's see. Number 41. Jason Hovland, or check that, David Hall, rather, will come back in, and Arnold Lamb will get a rest, and a well-deserved one. Let's see, Weisenbeck, who's been on the bench for a rest, getting ready to come back in as well. Claflin's free throw is on the way and good. So there's an important basket for the Panthers as Claflin scores for the first time. It comes from the free throw line. Hovland out of there, and Weisenbeck back in for Durand. Claflin to try it again. The 6'1" junior. The free throw on the way is going to be short. Rebound tipped around and muscled away by Claflin. And on the near side, he's tied up by Brotzel. Whips around on top left side. Now they go down low. That was Jeremy Bruner back in there on top to Hagnes. The Panthers with the basketball as things have slowed down here. 35-29, Amery by 6. Now the Panthers on top. It is Hall coming near side to Claflin. Claflin taking a look. Goes down toward the baseline. Out on top to Hagnes, right side of the key, guarded by Matt Lindee. Giving off to Bruner. Left side to go to Weisenbeck. Jason holds out of the basketball. Now fakes a drive. Out on top they go. That is Hall again. Hall with the basketball for the Panthers. Comes near side to Hagnes. 1:29 to go as the Panthers have slowed it right down to a crawl. Left side to go. Claflin again looking in at Hall. Now goes on top to Weisenbeck. He drives in the lane. Will take a jump shot. No good. Rebound to House. Really bowled over Matt Lindee, who had control. But the House colorblind for a second, and no harm done.
When there's a rebound, there's no color out there. You got to go for the ball.
And as we mentioned that, Johansson back in there as well for Amery, and he had it momentarily on top. Now to Koppinger. To Lindee at the free throw line. Gets loose. Lane shot put up, and he missed it. Rebound the House on the baseline. Had it stripped away by Claflin. And he wanted to call, does not get it. And it will be the Panthers across on the near side. They go to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck fakes left, right, then left, and out on top they go to Hagnes. Left side, Cleflin. They're all over him. They go to the far corner. That's Bruner. Jeremy with the basketball. One dribble. Now gives off to David Hall. In the lane. Cannot go against the house. Goes back to Bruner on the left side. To Hall. Hall on top with the basketball. Dribbles a couple of times. Now comes to Weisenbeck. And Weisenbeck does not get to the lane. They call him for traveling. And Wilhelm will be coming back in for Amery with 25.5 seconds to go in the third quarter. So what was a speedy beginning has slowed right down to nothing here to close things out in the third quarter. Ginter back in there as well. It's 35-29 still. Amery with a 6-point lead. Inbound pass to Ginter. Boy, the coach would like one here. To Lindee. 21 seconds to go. Full court pressure by the Panthers. They'll have to get it across, and Lindee will do so on the near side. So now we're looking at 14 seconds to go. To Wilhelm. To Lindee. Out high. 10 seconds. Now to Wilhelm. As they start to move it in, Marcus comes to the near side. Goes to Lindee. He should shoot. No, they give off to Brotzel. It's Johansson, rather. He tried to shot, no good. And the quarter comes to a close. Amery leads it 35-29. We're back in 1 minute. Welcome back, everyone. Bill Haig along with Mike Jensen from Durand. Amery leading 35-29. Trying to pick up their 8th conference win of the year. They are 14-4 overall. And coming off that big win off the Bloomer Blackhawks at home Tuesday night. The Panthers with the basketball. Weisenbeck going left side to Cleflin. Cleflin against Wilhelm. Gives off to Bruner, top of the key. He drives in the lane. Here comes his shot from the right side. No good. Rebound tipped around. And Koppinger on the far side. And he's fouled by Hall. Well, Koppinger went up along with Weisenbeck and Hall. And they're going to call Hall for the foul. Matt did a good job that time. I feel he had the best position. And let's take a look now. For Hall, that would be number 1. Lindee coming out of there. Koppinger coming out for, is he coming out or not? Apparently not. It'll be Johansson coming out. Brotzel, the house, Koppinger, Wilhelm, and Ginter, the starting 5 back in there for Amery. Inbound pass goes to Ginter. A trap put on him immediately. Alley-oops to Koppinger into the front court. Wilhelm on the run into the far side. Gives off to Koppinger across. And he'll move toward the top of the key. Light pressure from Bruner. Coming near side to Brotzel. Gabe taking a look down low. Goes to Wilhelm at the free throw line. Hagnes all over him. Marcus with the basketball with 7:16 to go in the game. And the score stuck at 35-29. Amery by 6. It is Koppinger against Bruner on the near side. Matt pulls up on the dribble. Goes to Wilhelm. Out high on the left side. Hagnes leaves him alone out there. Now they go right side to Koppinger. He fakes a shot against Bruner. Goes to the right side. He does not go. Now finds Wilhelm in the lane. Steps by the defense. Tried it on the baseline. No good, but a foul called on Hall. And Wilhelm will go to the line shooting 2.
Marcus doing a good job taking the ball to the hoop. He hasn't had a chance to do that very often, but he's learning to go to the hoop, draw the foul, and go with his excellent free throw shooting. He can come to the free throw line and get his points.
Good point, Mike Jensen. And let's take a look now. He is 3 out of 4 tonight. 11 points on the evening. And the free throw on the way in good. So now 4 out of 5, 12 points. And Amery finally breaks that 35-point mark, 36-29. They lead by 7. Well, Arnold Lamb coming back in, Hall coming out of there, Richardson coming back in, and Bruner coming out of there. And the Panthers will be a lot tougher with those 2 kids in there. Arnold Lamb does a great job down low. Richardson does an excellent job down low and outside. Wilhelm at the line, hits the second one. So now give him 13 points, and it's 37-29. Amery's lead, 8 points. Hagnes stopped at the free throw line, whips her into the front court to Weisenbeck. Down low to the baseline, got caught underneath, clears it out to Cleflin, left side, three-point attempt up and good. Jesse Cleflin with a big shot for the Durand Panthers. It's now 37-32. Amery's lead cut to 5. Ginter has the ball tipped away and loose in the floor, picked up by Wilhelm. The Panthers almost had a steal. To Brotzel. And gave across on the right side, picked up by J.C. Cleflin. Holds on, goes to Koppinger, far corner, guarded by Richardson. One dribble, now out to Wilhelm, high on the right side with 6:19 to go. Just left alone out there. Now dribbles out toward the top of the key, actually closer to the timeline. Still backing up, no pressure put on. Now Hagnes comes out as he goes to Ginter. Hands off to Wilhelm, they almost had it taken away. Marcus out near the timeline. Kyle Hagnes putting pressure on. He's going to have to move it. 5 seconds being called. He comes to the near side, and there's 5 seconds. The pressure put on, and Marcus learned something there, as he thought he was okay as long as he was moving, and he immediately looks to the bench, and his father, Coach Steve Wilhelm, explain things real quick. 37-32, a 5-point game, and the Panthers smelling blood here. They want to get back in this thing. Jesse Cleflin on top, goes left side to Hagnes. Guarded closely by Wilhelm. In the lane he goes, and he runs into Ginter, and they're going to call Marcus Wilhelm. Well, we won't argue. It'll be a foul on Marcus Wilhelm. That would be his second. That is the first team foul on Amery here in the second half. And I was just going to say, it could not be a shooting foul. It'll be the Panthers from the baseline.
That's also got to be our second foul, too, I would think.
That is correct, yes. A foul on Matt Lindee earlier, but they show one on the scoreboard. Nonetheless, it is the second team foul on Amery. Inbound pass, Weisenbeck left alone. Free throw line, jump shot put up, missed rebound, loose. Weisenbeck got it back on the far side. He will clear it out to Hagnes, who drives to the top of the key, comes near side of the lane. Between his legs, goes down low. Arnold Lamb back out to Weisenbeck. Wanted to go for three. Left side, they go to Richardson. He's guarded by Koppinger. Tries it anyway. No good. Rebound. Weisenbeck. Lane shot coming. Put up and no good. Rebound fought for. Put up again by Richardson and good. Jamie Richardson took it away. With that, 6 points for him, and it's now 37-34, three-point game. So a long way from being over now. Amery had the cushion, and they have given it right back to the Panthers. Inbound pass goes to Ginter on the dribble down the right side. Goes back to Brotzel. Going to the right side into the front court. Jake Ginter with the basketball. Guarded by Weisenbeck. Out high. Got a screen from Wilhelm or Trot as he goes down the right side. Tipped and off the body of Ginter and out of bounds to the Panthers. And now the Panthers can come down and move to within one or possibly tie with a three-pointer from the outside. 37-34 with 4:58 to go in the game. Hagnes comes near side, gives off to Weisenbeck. An avenue open, closed by Ginter. Still with the basketball is Jason Weisenbeck. Now he'll clear it out on top to Kyle Hagnes. Almost walked with the ball, comes near side. Hagnes, three-point attempt on the way. It's going to be no good. Wait a minute. It was Arnold Lamb with good position, and they will call a foul on the house coming over the top. That would be number one on Scott Jensen. And Johansson coming in, and it will be Ginter coming out of there. Hovland will check back in for the Panthers. And they will have the basketball from under their own hoop on the baseline. 4:41 to go. Hagnes will throw it in. It goes to Richardson. He puts it up there quickly, and it's good. Jamie Richardson, very hot. Give him 8 points. Check that. He has, let me figure it out here. He has more than 8. Amery into the front court. The house gives off to Wilhelm. It is 37-36. Amery by 1. Wilhelm goes to the right side. Got a screen. Got down low. Tries a shot. It's going to be good. And he's fouled down on the baseline. Big play for Amery as Wilhelm scores again. With that, 15 points for Marcus. And it will be Arnold Lamb called for the foul. Now the point situation. Jamie Richardson with 13 points rather than 8. And Wilhelm making the free throw. Give him 16. It's now 40-36, Amery by 4. The Panthers in the front court. Claflin top of the key, goes left side with a dribble, gives off to Richardson. To the free throw line, Arnold Lamb. Down low, Richardson puts it up, no good, but a call before he gets the basketball. It'll go against Gabe Brotzel, trying to move some people around down low, and Gabe will pick up number 2. Well, what a victory this has been. Gabe Brotzel late in the ball game with only his second foul. 4:07 to go in the ball game. 40-36, Amery by that much. Inbound pass out on top to Hovland. He drives in the lane, driving layup, put up and good, and Hovland got there quickly. Big basket for the Panthers, give him 4. 40-38, 2-point game. Koppinger back to Brotzel, near side to Johansson. Across, pulls up on the dribble, runs into a trap, needs help, and throws it off the legs of Claflin right down in front of us. It'll be out of bounds to the Amery Warriors. Well, it'll be Koppinger to throw it in. It goes to Wilhelm in the backcourt. 3:48 to go in a close ball game. They go right side to Johansson. Bounce pass down low. Brotzel there. Fadeaway jump shot put up and good from the baseline. It's now 10 points for Brotzel. The important basket as Hovland brings it across for the Panthers. Comes near side, down low. That's Arnold Lamb. Inside Richardson there. Missed an easy one. He'd love to have that one back. Well, he couldn't decide. Off the glass or just over the rim. And in the confusion, he hit it off the back of the rim. Now the Amery Warriors in the front court, leading 42-38. Johansson right side to Koppinger. Looking in the lane on the give and go. It's not there. Kopp drives, gets by the defense, gets down low, tries the shot, no good, but he's fouled by Jamie Richardson. Richardson picks up just number 2. Getting ready to come back in will be Jeremy Bruner. It'll be Koppinger going to the line. Matt Lindee will be coming in for Amery. And Marcus Wilhelm will get a rest. Jake Ginter will come back in. And let's see, it'll be the House coming out of there. 3:10 to go in the game, 42-38. The Amery Warriors leading by just 4. Matt Koppinger stepping in, 4 points tonight. Taking his time at the line. And the free throw on the way is going to be no good off the back of the rim. Well, there's one I'm sure Coach Steve Wilhelm would have loved to have had and maybe was counting on. It did not happen. So Matt will try it again. Taking his time, and the high arch is on the way, and it is going to be just good. It hit the front of the rim and took the roll the right way. 43-38, Amery by 5. Lindee on Hagnes as he brings it across for Durand. Goes left side to Bruner. Far side to Claflin. Claflin holding on, looking in. Guarded closely by Johansson. Out on top he goes to Hovland. Hovland gives off to Hagnes. 2:54 to go. He drives to the top of the key. They'll set it up again, coming near side to Hovland. In the lane, who's there? It is Bruner. A shot put up and good, and he's fouled. Nice play by the Panthers. And Bruner gets the Panther fans going with his first bucket in the ball game. And he'll go to the line trying for the three-point play as Wilhelm comes back in and Matt Lindee coming out of there. Well, the foul is on Gabe Brotzel. That's number 3 on him. And it comes with 2:46 to go in the contest. Well, the House getting ready to come in as Bruner at the line completes the three-point play. So there's a big trip for Jerry Bruner. And we're now looking at a 2-point ball game, Mike Jensen.
Yeah, it's game is getting real close here, and Amery's got to get a run and get something going. They haven't had any offense as a rule here for the last 2 minutes. And now they got to get something down to where they can score low.
All right, the House brings it across on touch, gives off to Wilhelm, and he calls timeout. 2:37 to go in the game. It's a 2-point game for the Amery Warriors, and as they talk things over, we're back after this 1-minute timeout. This is a big possession for the Amery Warriors as we welcome you back, everyone. 43-41. Koppinger to throw it in from right down in front of us. It'll go to Wilhelm in the backcourt. Hagnes on him with some light pressure. Marcus brings it across through the circle, drives right, got a screen from the House, trying to get down low. Dumps off, and the House left alone, and he puts it up, and it's good. Nice play by Amery as the House now with 10. 45-41, Amery by 4. Hagnes across on the near side for Durand. Gives off to Hovland. Jason drives. Alley-oops left side to Claflin down to the far corner. That is Hagnes. He drives in. A lunging jump shot put up and missed, and the House comes down with a rebound. Gives off to Ginter. And that could be the difference right there. Now to Wilhelm. Marcus against Hagnes through the circle and into the front court with a dribble. Goes to Brotzel on the right side. Looked at Ginter. Now on top to Koppinger, near side to Wilhelm. Guarded by Hagnes again. Comes near corner. That's Brotzel. Brotzel looking in. One dribble out on top to Koppinger. He is guarded by Bruner. Has to go. Comes near side to Brotzel. Brotzel looking at the House. Guarded closely by Arnold Lamb. Tried to drive in the lane, and he's called for traveling. Well, he did not anticipate the move by Hagnes. And a good call by the referee as Gabe took an extra step there, setting himself up. A turnover, and the Panthers will get it back. It's 45-41. We're looking at 1:40 to go in this contest. Bruner to throw it in. Inbound pass goes to Jason Hovland. Amery with full court pressure. Bruner, far side to Claflin. Claflin still dribbling, whips her into the front court. Miscue by Hovland, picked up, goes down low. Lamb puts it up, and it's good. Nice play. Check that, it was Bruner. Bruner hitting for 2. The Amery Warriors back into the front court. Ginter. Hagnes all over him. Bounce pass to the House. Lamb on him on the baseline. Puts it up there. Missed rebound. Arnold Lamb. 45-43. A 2-point game. The Panthers with the basketball. A steal by Wilhelm. And he's fouled by Hagnes. Nice interception attempt by Wilhelm. And he got fouled by Hagnes as he tried to come down with the basketball. So Kyle picks up number 3. The Panther fans do not like it, and timeout called on the floor by the Amery Warriors. 45-43, Amery by 2 as they talk things over. Let's go back now for this 30-second timeout. Welcome back once again, everyone. Bill Hague along with Mike Jensen from Durand, and everything we expected it to be. Mike Jensen, I don't know. You've got a tough time building and holding on to a cushion down here at Durand.
Yeah, the Durand team always plays well at home. It's just a natural thing for them. And this, like I said, they can't go to sleep on this Durand team. They can play ball, and it's coming down right to the wire with 1 minute and 10 seconds left. And Amery only has a 2-point lead. That's really not enough.
You take into consideration the way they can handle the ball, pass the ball around, and play defense. And they have but 4 wins in the conference. Gives you an idea of how strong the conference is. Amery will have to take it the length of the court. It'll be Brotzel to throw it in. Got a minute 10 to go in the game, and Amery leading 45-43. Inbound pass goes to Lindee, left alone. And in the backcourt, we'll move it up. He'll push it across, and now will be picked up by Hovland. Comes near side, goes to Koppinger. Down low, Brotzel there, got loose, puts it up, and it's good. Well, nice play by Amery. 12 points now for Brotzel, and it's 47-43. Amery by 4. And timeout called by the Panthers as Hagnes brought it across. 47-43, Amery by 4. We have 51.8 seconds to go as they talk it over. We're back in 30 seconds. Well, again, as we look at the scoreboard, that 4-point lead is nice to have, but it is not very big, Mike Jensen.
No, as we said before, anything can happen down here. And Amery now, that timeout was fortunate for Amery because Amery can switch their team around. They bring in the big guys for the rebounding and to clog up the middle. So it was kind of appropriate time for Amery as well to get their proper people in the ballgame.
Good point. Claflin will throw it in as play resumes. 51.8 seconds to go. Inbound pass goes to Hovland. Jason, top of the key for the Panthers. Now backs out of there with the dribble. Hands off Hagnes on the near side. Picked up by Wilhelm. They go near corner Hovland. He'll go up on top. Goes in the lane. Here comes that lunging shot. No, it just down low, and it's picked up by Bruner. The shot no good. Rebound to the house. He tried to clear it out of there, but a foul called down low on Bruner, I believe. Well, nice play set up by the Panthers, and Hovland doing an excellent job coming off the bench and dishing down low. 43. That is Jeremy Bruner called for the foul, his first as we see it from here. Now Johansson and Lindee coming in for Amery on offense, and Ginter and the house coming out of there with 37.4 seconds to go. Amery leads at 47-43. Brotzel to throw it in. It goes to Wilhelm. He is hampered by Hagnes, trying to dribble around him, and they'll count these 10 seconds off quickly, and Marcus races across on the right side. Gets by Hagling, goes right side to Lindee. Up, now gives off to Brotzel, and he's fouled out near the timeline by Claflin. So Jesse Claflin, who came off the bench tonight, picks up foul number 1. The Amery Warriors will have it from out of bounds. That is now they show it the 17th foul on the Panthers, so that will put Brotzel at the line, shooting 1-1. Richardson coming in, and Arnold Lamb will get a rest. Weisenbeck coming in, and who's going to come out of there? Bruner. Well, I don't know. I'm kind of baffled by some of the substituting and strategy here tonight. 47-43, 22.5 seconds to go, and the free throw missed, and the rebound into the hands of Hovland. Given off to Hagnes. The Weisenbeck in the front court lost control out near the near side of three-point attempt by Richardson, no good. Wilhelm ends up with the basketball, races across and runs into Hagnes, and Hagnes called for the foul. Wilhelm going to the line, shooting 1-1.
If Marcus Wilhelm can make these two, that's going to make the lead look a little better for Amery with a score right now of 43-47 with 11 seconds left. If he can make these two, I think it's going to be tough.
And as you mentioned that, all the rest of the Warrior players in the backcourt, there will be no foul on the rebound to stop the clock that way. Wilhelm's first one no good. Rebound comes down to Weisenbeck. Hagnes into the front court. 3-point, no, he comes near side. And Hovland trying to call a timeout and finally gets it with 5.6 seconds to go. Wait a minute now, what are they calling here?
A timeout.
Okay, all right. 47-43, Amery by 4. And as they talk it over, we're going to stay right here. We don't want to miss the ending here at all. And while we're here, just want to plug the Division II Amery Wrestling Sectional coming Saturday, as well as the Division III at Somerset. And, of course, these Durand Panther fans are very excited about what could happen at Amery. They are sending 6 people from the Unity Division II Regional Wrestling Tournament, and 2 of those people are undefeated. Hartung, and DeLong. So they are well represented come Saturday. And again, just talking with some of the fans here, they are really looking forward to what Durand can do at the Amery Wrestling Sectional. They have a couple of horses going in there and are looking for some backup as well. So those people, along with Baldwin, Woodville, Ellsworth, Amery, Barron, and Stanley Boyd, Spooner. Well, I'll tell you, we're going to have some real tough competition there. Hope to see you all there Saturday. And if by chance you cannot make it, you'll hear coverage of it right here on WXCE Radio Sports. Well, the inbound pass after the timeout. Claflin tries it for three. It's good from the near side. Timeout called with 1.8 seconds to go. It is now 47-46 with 1.8 seconds to go as Claflin hit it for three the second time in a row for him. And a timeout called immediately by Durand as they talk it over. Let's go back for a 30-second timeout. And everyone, Bill Haig along with Mike Jensen from Durand, and it has come down to a 1.8 seconds and a 1-point lead for Amery. And Mike Jensen, you go back to that JV game, reflection of what happened in the JV game. The Panthers won that one. Can Amery hold on here now? What do you do, Mike Jensen? You go with a full-length court pass, or you inbound pass and wait for the foul? What do you do?
You don't even have to get it across half court at this time. So you just got to get the ball in the play is all you got to do.
Boy, you'd hate to see a steal down here. Inbound pass will go into the front court. Stolen away by Claflin. He'll try it at the buzzer. It's no good. This game is history. And Amery will hang on for the win, 47-46. The Amery Warriors have come out of here, and it's as close as you'd ever want to see it. Amery will improve now to 8-3 in the Middle Border Conference. The Durand Panthers will fall to 4-7. So Amery guaranteed a piece of second place at this point, 8-3. And again, the Panthers now will be 4-7 in the Middle Border Conference. 47-46 the final here. And I'm sure Coach Steve Wilhelm, as he mentioned, he wanted those 4 games in a row. He has 3 of them, and now 1 to go. Well, we'll be back with the statistics of the ball game, and we'll be chatting with Amery coach Steve Wilhelm. But right now, let's go back and take this 1-minute timeout. Welcome back once again, everyone. Well, again, the Panther fans still chatting about this one, and what an effort put on by Coach Michael Blair and the Durand Panthers. When you look at it on paper, they were not quite as good as Amery, but they played just as well tonight, played really hard, and wanted this one really bad, but the Warrior winning tradition prevails here, only by 1 point, but we'll take it any way we can get it at this stage of the game. And hopefully the good things that happen here tonight will stay with the Amery Warriors as they will be meeting the Ellsworth Panthers a week from tomorrow night to close out the regular season. Let's run down the scoring quickly. First of all, for the Amery Warriors, Marcus Wilhelm with a very good night. He was the spark plug as he finished the game with 16. He had a couple of 3-pointers early in the third quarter, and that kind of set the stage for Amery to stay on top and come away with a win. Marcus Wilhelm with 16 points. He picked up 2 fouls. Gabe Brotzel, 12 points tonight and 2 fouls. Check that, 3 fouls. Matt Koppinger with 12 points. Matt Koppinger with 5 points and no fouls. Jake Ginter picked up 4 points, 1 foul. Scott Jensen with 10 points, 1 foul. Coming off the bench, Matt Lindee did not score, picked up 1 foul. And Mike Johansson with no points and no fouls. Looking at the Durand Panthers, Kyle Hagnes, 5 points and 4 fouls. All 5 of those points, by the way, coming in the first quarter for Kyle Hagnes. He got the Panthers rolling. Matt Daniels, 2 points, 1 foul. Jason Weisenbeck with 2 points, 1 foul. Jamie Richardson, a good night, 13 points. He picked up 2 fouls. And Arnold Lamb with 6 points and 1 foul. Coming off the bench, Jesse Claflin with 7 points, 1 foul. Jeremy Bruner, 5 points, 1 foul. David Hall with 2 points, 2 fouls. And Jason Hovland with 4 points and no fouls. Well, the Panthers led it 11-10 after 1. Amery came back to lead it at halftime, 23-20. Amery led at 35-29 after 3, and again the final 47-46. Back with Amery coach Steve Wilhelm after this 1-minute timeout. With us now, Amery coach Steve Wilhelm. First of all, coach, congratulations on the win. More importantly, as I always say, it comes in conference play, and I might go a step further to say that they're kind of hard to come by down here at Durand, no matter what kind of a season you're having. So we're happy to come away with a win, 1 point or not.
You know, I think this is probably one of the hardest places for us to win year after year after year. You know, it doesn't matter what our records are. It just seems like this is always a really good basketball game, and there was no exception tonight. I thought, you know, Mike had his kids ready to play, and they played very hard, and it was tough for us to get good shots. And I thought both teams played good defense, but I was real pleased with our composure down the stretch. The last 3 minutes, I thought we handled the ball well. We got some easy layups, a couple of them, and we did well from the free throw line. You know, we were 9 for 12 from the line, and they were only like 1 for 3 or 2 for 4 for the night. That's pretty good basketball on our part.
Coach, you closed out the first half with a 3-point lead. It could easily have gone the other way.
Yeah, it did. You know, you never want to give up. You know, you keep telling kids that keep playing hard and something good will happen. And at that time, we got 2 flurries and a couple steals, and we made 4 points, and we go up by 3 instead of down by 1. So a big momentum builder right there for us. But they just didn't go away. You know, they rebounded well. They got the ball inside, and they kept making a big basket when they needed one. I thought maybe when we had the 8-point lead that we could maybe, you know, get to that double digits, and we just couldn't do it. They came back with a 3, and they played very well.
Marcus Wilhelm, a couple of 3-pointers to begin things in the third quarter, and he leads the team with 16, so he had a great outing, and really he sure picked the right time to do it.
Yeah, well, his grandpa was here tonight, and he told him to make sure he did something right tonight. But, you know, it's fun. It worked out well because they went to the 1-3-1 zone, and we've been having trouble not moving the ball quick enough to get it so that we could make a diagonal pass back from the corner back to Marcus High, or going inside and kicking it out to him to shoot it. And we got a couple of those opportunities, and he was fortunate enough to make it. And I thought he did a good job in, you know, wanting the ball at the end of the game, handling it with about 17 seconds to go. We got it into him, and he got it down the floor, and that was a big possession at that time. But, you know, he's gotten a lot more confident now as the season's gone along. He's handled it, and he wants the ball at the end. And I was surprised he missed that last free throw there. I thought he'd make that one too. But, you know, you need that. You need a guard who's willing to take the ball and take care of it at the end and willing to go to the free throw line when it counts. So that was good. But, you know, I thought all the kids played really good tonight. I thought Kopp played very well. I thought Gabe did. I thought this was one of his best games. And House really boarded well tonight. And Jake fought hard tonight. It was just a very physical game. I thought both of the officials, Bob and Jason Zaraki, I thought they just let it get a little rough at times, the holding and the pushing, like the very last sequence here. They were grabbing our guys, trying to get a foul before the ball was inbounded to make us have to shoot the free throw. They wouldn't call a foul, and it's pretty tough when a guy's just grabbing you or tackling you and you can't get a foul called, but fortunately it worked out okay.
All right, Coach, they had a little different lineup than the first time we met him, and he went deep on the bench right away. Did that surprise you at all?
Well, no. They've got a lot of kids about the same ability, and, you know, they keep rotating. Claflin comes off, and he shoots the 3 very well, and he shot the ball well tonight. Richardson's a guy that really scares me. I mean, he offensively can really light it up, and I thought maybe they'd go to him a little bit more often than they did. We had a hard time defending him. He can shoot the 3, and he's extremely quick, and those long arms really give us trouble. But, well, they didn't, and I was glad to see that. But they've got a nice ball club, and a lot of these kids, they only graduate 2 seniors. They're all going to be back for them except Weisenbeck and one other kid. I can't remember who it is, but one of their starters. And so they're going to be good again next year. But, you know, that's the thing when you're losing a lot of those games, you know, you tend to lose. Last year we lost 8 of them like this. You know, this year we've won almost every close game we've won. Mentally it's a big thing too, and fortunately it's gone our way. So we got 3 of the 4 now. We went to 1 more next Thursday, which would close it out and give us second place by ourselves and that 16-4 record we wanted. And so I hope the kids really come out next week and play hard. But we're going to enjoy this for a couple days.
Very good, Coach. I'm glad you mentioned Thursday, because I've been saying Friday, and that's not correct. It's going to be Thursday at home as you play host to the Ellsworth Panthers, and that would be the 4th game you've been talking about here, the last 3.
That's right. We wanted, you know, it's kind of interesting. You got to set goals for kids, you know, and our goal was 4 in a row. We've got the 3 now, and we want to close it out with a good one against Ellsworth, and hopefully that'll be our last home game before we come back into tournaments, possibly get back home. But our last seniors home game, and we want to do something real positive that night. So I'm hoping, and I know the kids will come out and play hard that night.
All right, Coach, we'll leave that one alone. We'll relish this one. Have a safe road trip home, and somebody's going to be there next Thursday as you play host to Ellsworth, and I want to wish you very good luck.
Friday.
I'll be in Madison next, what is it?
Friday.
It's next Friday.
Next
okay.
Friday.
All right, the game is at Amery next Friday against Ellsworth. We'll let it go at that. Congratulations again on the win tonight, and we'll see you at Amery.
Okay, thanks, Bill.
Amery coach Steve Wilhelm, and we'll be back with more right after this 1-minute timeout. Now, Coach Michael Blair of the Durand Panthers. And, Coach, first of all, congratulations on a great outing here. I know you're a little frustrated and would have loved to have this win here at home. You played a great game.